Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Unapologetically Mocha, and on this channel we talk about all things craft and crochet. If it's a craft and you can make cool things, it's my jam. So today I'm going to, you're getting a two-fer actually. I'm going to show you how to do, if you caught my live last Wednesday, I showed you, I have it right here actually, this cute edging. Let me get in the camera, that might help, huh? And right side front. Yeah, okay. This cute edging. Ignore the yarn because this literally was just a practice. Remember, I showed this to you on Wednesday. And I said that I would do tutorials one-on-one, and you all said yes. So, there's this cute little edging. I was going to show you how to do that today. But I'm also going to give you a quick little tutorial on Chainless foundation, because I've got several larger projects coming up, and I just don't feel like chaining 200 and something odd chains. I want to do a chainless foundation. So I figured since I'm doing it, I might as well show you guys how to do it too. So first thing you want to do for chainless foundation, and in case I'm not clear, chainless foundation, you eliminate doing the initial foundation chain, and the first row is actually whatever stitch you're using. So if it's single, half double, double crochet, you literally just start with that stitch for your first row. It makes things go a lot quicker. So anyway, we're going to do half double crochet, because as y'all know, half double crochet is my stitch. So first thing you do is you make a slip stitch, slip knot, like always. And then you're going to chain two. And like I said, we're doing half double crochet. So you start the way you start any other half double crochet. You yarn over. Then you're going to go back into that first chain, go in, pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops on the hook like you will for any other half double crochet. But now you're going to chain 1. And now you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. All 3 loops. Okay? Now to continue it, you're going to yarn over like you would with any other half double crochet. And you're going to go through these 2 bottom stitches right here. And then you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to chain 1. And you're going to pull through all 3 loops. So again, yarn over. Go into these bottom chain to that bottom loop, both sides of the loop. Yarn over, pull up a loop, chain 1, yarn over, go through all 3 loops. Yarn over, go through both bottom 2, pull up a loop, chain 1, go through all 3. Oops. It can be a little wonky at first, but once you get the once you get the hang of it, it goes pretty quick. And you really want to keep it loose, because one of the bonuses of doing it of a chainless foundation is that first row is a lot looser, because when you do an actual foundation chain, when you start working in that, or as you work through it, it starts to tighten up. So you don't have a whole lot of give to that first foundation row. But if you do a chainless foundation, you have a lot more give in the first row. Let me see. Look how stretchy that is. Your foundation chain is never going to be that stretchy ever. So it's of great benefit for, like, especially like if like a hats or you're making your blanket, you're going to have to go back and add the border. Chainless foundation makes for a much easier border experience. And the reason why I'm having a problem doing this is because I'm doing it and talking and trying to do this under the camera at the same time. Otherwise, I would have had this done by now. But yeah, just one more time. Yarn over. Go through those bottom 2 loops. Pull up. Chain 1. Pull through all 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my row and work up and finish this row, and then I'll come back and show you how to start working your next row. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm about to do my very last chain for my foundation. I did 24 chains, and now to start working, well, I did 24 half double crochet, sorry. So to start working in my next row, I'm just going to chain 1 like you normally do. Some people do 2, I do 1. And now you're just going to, you flip it over, and if you look, that should look familiar to you. Looks like the top of a normal chain, right? And now you just start working it like you would work in the other first row. Only it's actually your second. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So it definitely, another perk to using the chainless foundation row is that if the pattern calls for if it says chain like 32. Okay, like for instance, I wanted this to be 24 stitches, right? If I was doing a foundation chain, I'd have to do, I only do chain 1, so I would do 25, because 24 would be the base, and then that 25th would be the turn chain. You don't have to do that with foundation, with chainless foundation. With chainless foundation, you literally just do 24 stitches, turn your work, and just start working back through. So it also eliminates that headache, because I don't know about you, but I'm forever miscalculating or messing up that first row because I somehow started in the wrong chain. I do that, I don't know how many times. It's frustrating. But with chainless foundation, I don't have that problem, which I think is awesome. And as you can see, I've worked right into this first row with 0 problems. The stitches were clear, and you could see them with no problem. And now I'm down to the last one, and it's right there. sitting right there. And ta-da! You already completed 2 rows. Whereas if you would actually change your foundation, you would only be on your first official row. So, pretty cool, no? So, I'm going to go ahead and work up a swatch real quick. And then I will come back and I will show you that cute little bobble border that I discovered. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. As you can see, I have completed a swatch. I was practicing some stitches. I just needed to get something with some length so that I could add some trim to it. And so, here we are. And now I'm going to start to show you how to add that border I was showing you earlier. Yeah, the one that looks something like this. I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so I'm doing it in the silver, not the blue, obviously. Hey, Editing Mocha chiming in real quick. I forgot to mention that in order to do this cute little border, the piece has to be a multiple of 3. This swatch was 24 stitches, which obviously is a multiple of 3. And that's why there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across the top. So if you're doing 24, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, whatever, as long as it's a multiple of 3, it'll work out fine. If you're not working in the multiple 3, you could probably get it down to multiple of 3 by adding some double crochets on each side of it. But if you want it to look like this all the way across, it needs to be a multiple of 3. Just wanted to add that. Now back to the video. So I'm going to attach my yarn by draping it over the hook, pulling it through, pull that down, chain 1, and just pull these so that they're kind of tight. I'll go back and I'll actually knot these 2 and then weave them in. But for now, I'm just going to leave them the way they are. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. Okay, now, the first thing you do is you go into the next stitch. Okay? Then you yarn over and you pull up a loop. Then you go back, you go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then you go into the third stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you now have 4 loops on your hook. You want to pull through all 4 of those loops, and then you want to chain 1. Now, this next step, you have to go through these 3 front loops. So 1, 2, and then the third's right there. And you want to get just through the front of them. You don't want to go through the stitches that you pulled up through. You want to go through the front of the stitches that you put into those 3 stitches. And then you chain through, you pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, then you're going to go back through, you're going to do it again, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through both of those loops, and now you can do it one more time. Go through those 3 front loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And now you're going to repeat the process. You're going to go into the next hook, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1, go into the front 3 of those loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, go through both loops, go back down, all 3, pull up a loop, go through both loops, one more time, now you start all over again. Through loops, pull up a loop, go through both loops, do it a second time, 3 front loops, pull up a loop, 2 loops, go through both, one more time, 3 front loops, pull up, 2 loops on your hook, go through both loops, on to the next one. Pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 4 loops, go through all 4 loops, chain 1, don't forget that chain 1, come down, go through these 3 front loops, pull up that loop, 2 loops, go through both loops, do it a second time, 1, 2, 3, pull up, go through both, one more time, 1, 2, 3, 2 loops, go through both, on to the next stitch, and remember, do not yarn over before you go through this loop. You just go through this loop and then you yarn over. So don't yarn over, just go directly into the stitch and pull up that loop. You always want to have 4 loops on your hook. If you have more than 4, that means you probably accidentally yarned over when you weren't supposed to. And also, you may be tempted to want to go through this loop right here. You don't want to go through that 4th loop. You want to go through these 3. The 3 that are prominent in the front. Don't go through the one on the side. Up. Next. 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 Oh, see, I messed something up. I told you not to yarn over, and I know I did. See, that's what happens. In, pull up a loop. Go in, pull up a loop. Go in, pull up a loop. 4. See, there's 4. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3. Pull up a loop. Go through both loops. 1, 2, 3, pull up a loop, go through both loops, 1, 2, 3, pull up a loop, go through both loops, on to the next stitch, in, come back up. Sorry if my dogs were disruptive. I don't know what they were barking at, but I think they've quieted down a little bit, at least enough for me to get this finished. Here's hoping. Chain 1, 3, pull up, go through, come back down, go through the front 3, pull up, go through both loops, one more try. That's the third. And go on, now going on to the final one. In, pull up a loop, next stitch, pull up a loop, next stitch, pull up a loop, go through all 4 loops, chain 1, come back down, go through the front 3, pull up that loop, go through both those loops, go back down, go through all 3 front loops, pull up a loop, go through both, one more, go through all 3, pull up. Again, in this case, since we don't have anything else to work into, and this is our last one, go into the side of that last stitch and slip stitch it to anchor it down. Grab your scissors, cut that off, pull it through, and voila. It's a cute little border. And that's what the back looks like. Oh, oops, I got it on camera. That's the back. This is the front. No, this is the front. And there you go. You now know how to do a foundation crochet. I can't talk. A chainless foundation. And you know how to do a cute little shell flower border. If this video has been any help to you at all, please hit that like button. If you hated it, you can hit the dislike. I won't stop you. I can't stop you. But a view's a view, so thanks. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you'll know when I upload my videos. I'm uploading a couple of times a week. I also do a live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I have I have more stitch tutorials. I've got pattern tutorials coming, and probably some more yarn hauls and yarn reviews. So it'll be fun. You should subscribe and come back so we can hang out and talk more about yarn and stitches and crocheting and all that fun stuff. But with that, I am going to go. And thanks for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.